So I've started my first actuarial exam sitting in April 2019, and so far I've done 3 exam sittings. Within that 3 sittings, I've passed 6 exams. In today's video, I'll offer you 3 study tips that I find useful in helping me study and pass exams while I'm juggling a 9 to 5. Hopefully you'll take something out of it, whether you're doing actuarial exams or some other exams. Hey everyone, for those of you who are new to my channel, I talk about many different interesting topics such as the actuarial career, personal finance, productivity and study tips. I post video every Tuesday and Friday. If you don't want to miss out, please subscribe to my channel. So the first tip is to learn how to learn. I remember when I was in A-level and uni, I use a lot of methods that are actually proven to be least effective in studying. For example, I do a lot of cramming, I do a lot of rereading the textbooks, and I do a lot of highlightings. These are all scientifically proven to be ineffective in studying. I was still able to achieve good grades despite these bad techniques because I have a lot of time to spare studying. So when I was a student, I don't have any obligations to work. I can literally spend most of my working hours studying when it's close to exam time. However, when you have a full-time 9 to 5 and you have studying at the same time, you can't do that anymore. And so what I find very useful is to actually learn the best study techniques. I come across this book called Make It Stick. And in this book, it basically details all the scientific research into studying, memorization, and application of your knowledge. And it goes over a lot of empirical research on how testing yourself actually is the most effective learning technique. To summarize this book in one sentence, testing yourself is the most effective technique. Obviously, there are a lot of other details that the book shared on how you can most effectively test yourself. For example, active recall, spatial repetition, and interleaving. The book also shares a lot of other memory tricks that you can do in order to make any information sticks in your head. I've spent maybe around 5 hours reading the book, but I'm pretty sure it saved me a lot more than that when it comes to effective studying, and I'm able to spare a lot of other times taking care of myself, exercising, and doing all the other personal projects that are important to me. The second tip is to focus on past papers. So in the first tip, I've talked about learning how to learn, and the most effective learning technique is to test yourself. Fortunately, there's a large number of question banks online for actuarial science past papers, and past paper is a great tool to test yourself because these are the questions that will actually come up in the exams. You will be able to familiarize yourself with the exam format, the questions that are likely going to be asked. And there are a few times where I'm sitting exams, I look at the question and I'm like, I've seen this before. I've done this in a past paper. It's exactly the same, just that they've changed the numbers into something else. By doing past papers, you can actually kind of predict what will be in your actual exams. And the third tip is around communicating your own study needs to your team. My personal opinion on the actuarial exams is that they're not like the hardest exams ever. I've definitely done a lot harder exams when I was in uni, but they're very challenging because on top of my studying priorities, I also have 9 to 5. Fitting study time in when I already have a full-time job is very hard, and it can take a toll on your well-being if you don't manage your time well. So whenever you have an exam, plan ahead, tell your team what are your study needs. Your manager probably also had study experience not long ago, and they were going through the exact same thing as you. So they have the ability to empathize with your own study needs and communicate regularly with your team and plan ahead. Tell your manager your study progression, how comfortable you're feeling with the exams, how prepared you feel, and they often are the #1 resource you go to when you need help. So in today's video, I've shared my tips with you on how I passed all my exams so far in the first take, and whilst juggling with 9 to 5 and other priorities. I hope you guys find it useful and you can apply some principles in your own study routine, whether you're an actuary or you're in another profession also studying for some sort of qualification after your 9 to 5. If you find this video useful, please give me a like and subscribe. Comment down below what you want to see next. What are some of the questions that you have? Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at _ArnoldHo. I'll see you next time. Bye.